Welcome back to another video on Excellence of Sports. And today, this is a special video for y'all. I went to two sporting events last night. Went to a minor league baseball game, and right after that, went to an independent wrestling show. It was in the same arena, just had to move a few spots um, towards a different area to see the wrestling event that came on. That happened right after the baseball game. But leading to the baseball game, first it was a double-A game, minor league, between the Arkansas Travelers and the Midland Wreck Hounds. This game, it started off really slow. It was some cool moments throughout the game in the first 3 to 4 innings because Midland, they had multiple stolen bases. They had about 3 or 4 stolen bases in the first 3 innings, and they were up 3-0 after the first 3 innings, if I'm not mistaken. Then they were up 4-0, and then their momentum continued in the fourth inning. I guess they were up 8-0 at one point during this game, and fans started leaving because a lot of people was thinking this game is likely over. And Arkansas would rally. They went on a run with 6 straight runs. They had two. It was the fifth inning. They had 2 outs, and they had 3 or 4 straight runs before they end up getting that last out to make the game entertaining, to keep it close. And then it would end with them losing 9-6. But the fifth inning was very entertaining, and it brought back some excitement to the game. Some people who didn't leave and thought about leaving stayed to the eighth inning just to see what would happen. They did end up losing 9-6, but it was a fun game. It was a fun experience. Bill Knight for Arkansas had a home run, had 3 RBIs, 1 run, and he was at bat 3 times. So the Travelers, just them with them giving up multiple bases. That's really just a credit to Midland, them being able to steal multiple bases, and Arkansas not be able to do anything about it. And then Junior Perez, he was at bat 4 times for Midland. He had 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 RBIs, and a home run. So he had a good game, and this was a fun one. I enjoyed this, even though it started off slow. It ended up picking up in the end. Like Arkansas, you actually had faith that they could pull off the comeback. They weren't able to, but they were pretty close to it. They did lose by 3, but their run in the fifth inning definitely made that game exciting. And yeah, that definitely could have been. It was definitely a fun game. I enjoyed it. The Travelers fought at 13-6, so they've still been having a good season this year. And then the Wreck Hounds, a much needed win. They improved to 10-9. And then after baseball went off, after that game, after that game concluded, they had Memphis Wrestling came down to Arkansas to put on an event, and it was a fun one. You had the first match. It was Zai Wolf versus Mokara Candy, which was a fun match. It was a fun women's match to get the show started. I enjoyed it. And Mokara Candy, she ended up getting the win in the match. I was really impressed with what she was able to do. And then it was a fatal 4-way match between 4 guys. I forgot their names because I didn't have my notebook with me, because I don't think you can bring. Well, my notebook is too big to bring in the arena, probably, because I would have had to keep it the whole time for the baseball game, then for the wrestling event, and I wouldn't have been able to take notes in that crowd that I was standing in. And then I was mad because I didn't get any videos or pictures from the match with Mokara Candy, because it was hard trying to find a spot just looking over people. Eventually, I found a better spot to stand at and get some videos and clips and stuff, which I'm going to show in the video at the end. But the fatal 4-way match, that was a good one. I forget who won. You will see the winner in this video. I have a picture of him. But it was a fun fatal 4-way match. I enjoyed it. I wish I could have remembered some of their names. It was one guy, it was a masked guy, and the other 3 guys looked pretty young, if I'm not mistaken. Then you had the main event. You had Kay Toomer and John Dalton. John Dalton. They took on the team Slaughterhouse, and Kay Toomer and John Dalton. They were able to retain the tag team championships in a great main event match. I enjoyed it from start to finish. Overall I get a show a 7 out of 10. I changed it. I give it an 8 out of 10 because I enjoyed it. The crowd interaction, them interacting with the crowd was good. It was some good action. It's probably none of these matches I'm probably look on and be like, Oh, that was one of the greatest matches ever, but it was a fun experience. That's why I enjoyed it, so I will give it an 8 out of 10. Obviously, it's not going to be the greatest show of all time. I'm not expecting it to be a 10 out of 10, but they did a really good job, and I feel like it really couldn't have gotten any better than this. Like, an 8 out of 10 was really good. Haven't checked out Memphis Wrestling, and, well, I know Indy Hartwell is there now, so I have checked it out recently. So seeing them live, that was a fun experience. Hopefully I'm able to see them live again before I go to college, because they put on a good event and I enjoyed it. Then after the show, I was able to talk to a few of the wrestlers. I was able to talk to Kay Toomer, talk to John Dalton, and then also able to talk to Makari Candy, who became one of my favorite wrestlers with that one match alone. And I was able to get this for, I don't know if I can see it, but it says, "To Eduardo, thanks for supporting me. You're great." And she signed her initials on the other side of it. So, and it was only $10. I got this at a good price. The souvenir store for the traveler stuff was very expensive, but this coming from a wrestler, that's being $10. Yeah, shout out Makari Candy. I loved her match. So I was happy to get that at the end of the show before I headed out and talked to her for a few minutes. But now that I've recapped the night that I had last night, I'm going to show y'all the highlights and the clips of what happened during the baseball game and during the wrestling event. I'm going to combine it as a 2-for-1, and it only cost me $48 for both events combined. Didn't have to pay $48 separately. No, $48 for the ticket to get in for the baseball game. Right after the baseball game was over, head to the other side to see the wrestling event. Just had to pay the price. The price for two events, paid the price like it was one event, just $48. Really great pricing. I had a fun time last night.
Your Travelers mascot, make some noise for Ace and Howdy. Ace and Howdy are here to make this game the best ever. Look with them in Travelers Crossing Game Store starting in the 3rd inning, or catch them during the 7th inning stretch. Take a look at the Travstron for the Rock House defense in alignment. Today's starting battery is number 21, Shane McGuire behind the plate, and on the mound, left-hander.